What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing Bohemian Rhapsody. It's the story of the band Queen, Freddie Mercury led band. It's a story about their rise, just like letting you tap into the world of not only Freddie Mercury, but his relationship with his bandmates and just how they rose throughout music, the live shows, and really touching on his life. I wouldn't say it's not really a story just about Freddie Mercury, even though he's the centerpiece of it. They really highlight the band, like the relationship they had amongst each other, which was one of the strongest pieces of the movie, in my opinion. Freddie Mercury is played by Rami Malek, who's known for Mr. Robot, which is a really good show. Mike Myers is in here. I didn't know he was gonna be in it. I saw his name in the credits. I was like, yo, Mike Myers. And it's funny that he's in it because he resurrected Bohemian Rhapsody, the song. When Wayne's World came out in 1992, it was this big box office hit. They had this scene where Wayne and Garth were singing along to Bohemian Rhapsody. And so that, on the strength of that, it went back to #1. Now you gotta remember, this song originally came out in the 70s. So for it to go back to #1 on the charts in the 90s was an incredible feat. And that song is considered one of the best songs of all time. I can't argue with that. It's an amazing song. Now, you know, Freddie Mercury, in my opinion, is one of the best voices in music. His vocal range, his sound was just incredible. And it's uniquely Queen. And like when you watch this movie, you'll marvel at how many songs they have that are immortal. Like they stand the test of time. We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You, Under Pressure, Bohemian Rhapsody. These are songs that people know. Anytime you watch a basketball game, you're gonna hear We Will Rock You. Just to see how they came up with that song is like dope. Like, man, what made them, you know, come up with a song? I'm sure they had no idea that, you know, the songs would just live on like they have, but they have. I love seeing that process. Like, I love the studio footage of how the songs were made. Like, I really like seeing that because, you know, when they show the real life stuff, a lot of times it didn't always hit home with me, you know, dramatically. You know, they get right to it too. When the movie comes on, they get right to it. Freddie is Freddie. You know, he's just like, yeah, he's working, you know, putting luggage on a flight. He's watching his band. I like what you guys do. Like, yeah, thanks. We just lost our lead singer. Well, hey, you're in luck. I can sing, and then boom, they just went right into it. I was like, no build up, no nothing, no establishing of Freddie and his family real quick. We wanna dabble in. No, we just going right to it. Okay, just going right to it. All right, right to it. And then Freddie was like, everything was just super fast in the beginning. It was like Freddie shows up, watches them at the club. Their front man leaves. Freddie's like, I can sing too. And on his way to find the bandmates to tell them I really enjoy you guys, he sees a girl, I like your coat. Boom, we already established that. It was like rapid fire. It was like 5, 6, 7, 8 in the beginning of the movie. Then after they do their first show, they hop to a year later. Like, man, how'd the first show go? How'd you react to the first show? Did it feel good? Is Freddie sticking around? They just hopped to a year later. I'm like, we're moving super fast. It's like a relationship where you just like, man, we already living together. You know, we just smashed last week and you're moving in. So it was like super fast. But then once they got past all of that, they kind of slowed down and started sitting in the story and like what was going on. I was like, all right, cool, we can chill now. Let's get it going. I do think they played it safe with Freddie Mercury's sexuality. In this day and age, it's different than the 70s and 80s. I get it. Like, you know, if you were a gay artist back in those times, a lot of times they suppressed who you really are because they didn't want to hurt record sales. They didn't want to, you know, hurt airplay. So they were like, you know, don't tell everybody you're gay. Still make it look like you're singing about women when you're singing about men or whoever you're in love with. You know what I mean? So I felt like the movie was playing it safe. Even now, we live in a different time now. Like, you can come out and just be openly gay. You still gonna get criticism, of course, but like, I felt like the movie was playing it safe. Let's downplay the sexuality of Freddie Mercury. And like, he's an icon on, you know, in the gay community, I imagine. You know, I'm not really in the gay community, but I know that he's iconic in terms of the look, the style, the performances, all of that encompassed who he was. So I feel like, let's show that. Let's really dig into that. You know what I mean? And like, if he was out here wilding out at parties and like living the musician wild life, show him smashing mad dudes. Let's take us there. We don't have to do the explicit sex scenes, but let's show him running through dudes. You know what I mean? Let's really take it there. When I watched Ray, you know, they showed him like charming all these women, grabbing the wrist, and like, yeah, we knew he was running through these women. Like, you know, don't shy away from that. Just yeah, we don't want to over gay it up. Gay it up, man. Gay it up. Let's give us the full gay. Give us all of the gayness, man. Let's do it. I'm here for it. That's why I came. I know who Freddie Mercury was. Let's take it there. And I felt like they were playing it safe, playing it PG-13, and I didn't really like that element of it. And they didn't really establish enough with the him and his parents. Like, I feel like there's some juiciness to it, like, that they could have touched on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, his parents, him changing his name, him not really embracing his cultural background. I think they could have really, you know, dabbled in that a little bit more. They still hit a strong beat or two with the parents, but I would have liked to have seen that fleshed out more. But like I said, the strongest parts were him and his bandmate. Those are the strongest elements of the movie. The music, of course, the music is great. The performances, the way Rami moved around as Freddie Mercury, it was dope. He delivered, I want to say. But it didn't give me chills like Star is Born. Like when I was watching, and to his credit, he has to lip sync Freddie Mercury because you can't come out here sounding like Freddie Mercury. Nobody does. It was easier for Star is Born to really hit because, one, they were really singing in the scenes. Two, it was really the actors doing the actual singing. So even if they were, it was still them, and you could feel it, you could hear it. So I didn't get those chills. My girlfriend, she was chill all day. She was Chilly Willy over there. But I was just like, all right, this is a cool little rendition of Queen. In that aspect, I didn't really get hit hard with the chills, even though I love the music. A couple takeaways from Bohemian Rhapsody, man. Queen's music is epic, man. Like Under Pressure, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, Bohemian Rhapsody, just those 4 songs alone are just like, man, they've been in my life so long. Like, you don't even think about it until you really like, yo, these songs are like, you know what I'm saying? They've been with me all this time. And like, you know the words, and the audience in the theater could feel it. Like, you know, people have lived lives with this music. And you just realize the true effect of music. Like, it'll take you to exact memories in your life. So that's an incredible thing. And another takeaway is how incredible the Live Aid performance was. Like, Queen was performing for thousands of people. And like, that has to be an incredible energy. And that Live Aid performance is what really catapulted Queen back into the mix, because they had faded a little bit in the US, like in terms of like sales and like stuff like that. But that Live Aid performance where the world was watching, it was like, yo, these cats are dope. And it just brought all that back, man. Once Rami Malek had the mustache, that's when I was really all in. Like, before he had the mustache, I was still looking at him like, that's Mr. Robot with a wig on. But once he had the stash, I was like, now we cooking, man. That's Freddie Mercury right there. Because for me personally, the first time I ever seen Freddie Mercury, it was the stash. I think it was a crazy little thing called Love Video or whatever. He had the stash going, so that's, when I think of Freddie Mercury, I go to the stash. And that was the look, you know what I mean? And so it was dope. But I still feel like they played it a little too safe and kind of rushed it in the beginning, slowed it down in the middle, but still kind of playing it a little bit too safe. I ain't really like that too much, so, you know, I'm gonna have to knock it for that. But, you know, good music and the relationship with the band are my standouts for this movie. But forget all that, man. Y'all wanna know the smooth jazz review of Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving Bohemian Rhapsody 3.5 saxophones out of 5. Yeah. We are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep turning the chair around till the end. Ha ha ha. Freddie. All right, peeps, that's my review of Bohemian Rhapsody. Other movies like this, Ray, you know, Get On Up, the story about James Brown, and Walk the Line about Johnny Cash. Check those out if you really like the music, you know, biopic, you know, more or less. Check those out if you're really into this sort of thing. And check out Star is Born too, man. Like compare the two musically. What did the music do for you on these two pictures? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, tell me your favorite Queen songs. in the comment section below. Don't just go for the hits. Tell me about the joints we may not know about. Tell me your favorite Queen joints in the comment section below, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.